Are you wondering what it's like to run pregnant? Are you wondering if it's safe? Are you a runner or thinking about having a baby? I am going to discuss any concerns you might have about running during pregnancy. I'm going to tell you about my experience running throughout my 3 pregnancies, and I'm going to provide you with 9 reasons to run during pregnancy. So, disclaimer, I am not a medical physician, and always consult with your doctor about running during pregnancy. When you go running while pregnant, generally keeping up with daily activities with your doctor's approval is just fine. It is generally safe if you are a runner before you were pregnant to continue running. You'll probably have to modify your runs eventually as you go throughout pregnancy. Always remember, it is important to listen to your body. I had to cut down on my mileage and my pace, and my body just naturally slowed down, and I didn't have time to cover as much ground anymore. So don't beat yourself up if you can't run like you used to. Be proud that you're still running. So how do I start running during pregnancy? Well, now is not the time to start running if you didn't run before you were pregnant. So it's best to start walking or do a low impact activity if you were a runner before pregnant. You can start running after pregnancy, after you're cleared by your doctor. So after you have the baby, you generally can start with a run and walk program after your 6-week checkup. Can running hurt the baby while pregnant? Running is safe as long as you were a runner before pregnancy generally. Any health benefits to mom and baby, and your doctor will most likely allow you to continue if you are low risk. It's very important to not get overheated and run during really hot weather. So you want to make sure that you are staying hydrated during your run, taking water with you. So you can run at a moderate pace generally when you're pregnant. So as long as you have you can talk in a conversational pace. Now is not the time to push the limit. Physical activity is definitely encouraged by doctors to help you gain the recommended weight gain. They don't want you to gain too much, that's for sure. And they don't want you to not gain enough either. They want you to maintain that 25 to 35 pounds if you are a normal weight. Running during pregnancy has its ups and downs. One day you might feel great, and other days you just don't want to run anymore. It might come to the point where you just want to quit and just start after you have the baby. But don't put too much pressure on yourself if you feel this way. The most important thing is to have a healthy baby. So, what is it like to run in the first trimester? So, the first trimester can be tough. You could feel very exhausted. You might have morning sickness and nausea. If you get sick frequently, it's probably best to just skip the run that day. Hopefully, maybe in a day or two, you can try to run again. You might find that you need to run less often, take more rest days and more walking breaks, and that is all okay. Just listen to what your body is telling you. So this is my experience running during the first trimester. I was able to run during the first trimester with all 3 of my pregnancies. I was able to run at a comfortable pace and maintain my mileage. I did experience nausea during my runs. Sometimes I would get dry heaves and I would have to walk or rest. Then I could start running again and probably. So that's what my experience was with the first trimester. So during the second trimester, your morning sickness will generally improve, but you will have more round ligament pain most likely. So your pace will slow down as your belly grows and your center of gravity will change. You'll probably start to show more and you'll need extra support. I recommend getting a Gabriella elastic maternity support belt. This really holds your belly in place and it helps with bouncing. Highly recommended. There is a link in the description if you want to go and check out the Gabriella elastic maternity support belt. So this is what my experience was during the second trimester. During my first pregnancy, I only ran up to 22 weeks pregnant because I was having preterm labor contractions. I was put on bed rest, and that was a very challenging time for me because I am a super active person. I don't like to sit still too long or anything like that. I always want to exercise every day. I had to listen to my doctor though, and I did listen to my doctor. I was terrified during this time. But the good news is the bed rest paid off and my baby was born full term. So I was so very thankful for that. So it's important to listen to your body and call your doctor immediately if something is not right. But I did have a great experience during my second and third pregnancies. I was able to run throughout the whole pregnancy. My pace slowed down during the second trimester. I found it harder to breathe, but I did find that the Gabriella band helped so much. The third trimester, many women stop during this trimester. It's very uncomfortable. That your pace slows down significantly at this point. You might feel like switching to walking or a walk-jog program. Your round ligament pain just tends to get a little bit worse during the third trimester than it was the second trimester. There's just no room hardly to breathe at this point. You're going to feel extremely slow, and your center of gravity is going to change, and you might feel off balance a little bit. So this is my experience running during the third trimester. Very, very challenging. And my pace slowed down significantly. I felt like I was barely even moving at all during the whole time I was running. Thinking, why am I doing this still? But I knew mentally that it was going to help me. I did feel physically and mentally exhausted. I felt like you had that brain fog kind of during the run. It just felt like, if you ever had one of those dreams where you were in slow motion and you didn't feel like you could move, that is what it feels like to run in the third trimester towards the end. But it definitely feels like the end of the marathon, that's for sure. Mentally, you just want to give up, you just want to quit. But that is my experience on how it felt. And you're going to have a pancake bladder, most likely. I felt like I couldn't run too far without feeling like I had to go to the bathroom, for sure. I felt like I constantly needed walking breaks, or I just needed to stop and shake my legs out a little bit. My feet were going numb, I know that. I had such a bad swelling in my legs my third pregnancy, and I had varicose vein problems, and my varicose veins didn't necessarily completely go away, but that's just part of having babies sometimes. So some people have them varicose veins, some people don't. I usually had to stop and stretch after each mile also. But I did run throughout my whole entire pregnancy. So when should a pregnant woman stop running? So if you no longer feel comfortable anymore, it is okay to walk or stop. It is fine. You can always start again after you have the baby. Serious runners, I know that you might feel defeated to stop, but don't feel obligated to run if you don't feel like it anymore. So how long can you run while pregnant? This depends on the person and how you feel. So if you were running longer before you were pregnant, you're more likely to continue running longer runs, but you should get your doctor's permission to make sure it is safe. And remember, each pregnancy is different. You might feel great one pregnancy and feel exhausted the next. So listen to your body. I was a marathon runner before pregnancy, and my max during my second and third trimester felt like I needed to run about 6 miles. So it takes a lot of energy to grow a baby, and running more than 6 miles really felt like it wiped me out for the rest of the day. So make sure you listen to your body to feel your best. Now I'm going to discuss 9 reasons to run during pregnancy. It's easier to get your body back after pregnancy. There's less weight to lose. You're more motivated to get started again to what you were doing before you were pregnant. It takes less time to get into that pre-pregnancy routine, and you don't feel like a beginner as much. Reason number 2, it energizes you. Your mind feels sharper, you concentrate better, your mood is lifted, you're calmer after you run, just like the same benefits you would get before you were pregnant when you were running. You're also more motivated to tackle other tasks, and you feel less fatigue. Reason number 3, easier and quicker delivery. So you're more likely to have more endurance during delivery, you have stronger muscles to push, you just feel mentally stronger when you're going into the delivery and labor part of it. Reason number 4, quicker postpartum recovery. It helps you recover faster when you are fit. It's easier to get back to exercising, your body will adapt better, your muscles are stronger. So you're just more likely to feel back to normal sooner. Reason number 5, improves your mental health. It helps you feel better about yourself, helps with depression and anxiety. It definitely helps balance those chemicals in your brains and provide you with those endorphins that you desire as a runner, for sure. Reason number 7, it helps you maintain a healthy weight. It helps you gain the recommended weight, and therefore you are less likely to gain too much weight. You just feel more physically fit if you continue to run during pregnancy. Reason number 8, it's good for the baby. So it soothes your baby. It helps with brain development. It helps your baby be the ideal birth weight. Reason number 9, it gives you a sense of control. It allows you to continue doing something you enjoy with modifications. It helps you feel like you have control with your weight gain. And if you have a sense of control, that definitely helps with your mental health. I hope this was helpful to you, and please leave a comment about your thoughts about running during pregnancy, and please subscribe to my channel for the latest videos.